All right, I'm back with D4DJ booster box this time. Again, this is what D4DJ looks like. This is Groovy Mix, and this is the booster pack. So I want to just talk about this set one. We're gonna go over what's inside of it, talk about like pricing, and then we're gonna go and open it. And there's a very specific reason why I need to talk about this up front. More just because no one's really ever talked about it. I know some people have opened it, but not a lot of people have seen Rebirth for you. So this is the box. It looks like an extra booster from Y Schwartz, as you saw, if you may have seen with my Konosuba opening. There is a difference in this one than a lot of the other Rebirth for you product, I believe, anyways. Konosuba didn't have this. What you're going to see down here is there is foil stamping partner card inclusion. One pack of one box with foil stamping. A partner card is confirmed and one piece is randomly enclosed. I know this translation thing's not the greatest, but this is the difference from like what you saw with Konosuba to this booster box. In addition, there may be a special partner card with a serial number in rare cases. So that is very important. A lot different than what we've seen. We've seen the serial number as part of the trial deck, but the booster box, that's what makes the booster box really, really special this time around, that you actually have a serial number special partner card inside. Up above when I was scrolling through this, and I've heard of this and I just wanted to show you, but you're going to see a few things under what's new in products, events, and campaigns. If you look on the first line, it's going to be very noticeable, but I'm going to skip down here. If you do not know how to assemble a deck, I will introduce how to assemble it. So if you click on that, they give you a sample of how you start with Rebirth for you. I thought it was interesting to see this. And at the very same time, then there was like one that was like card shops located all over the country. And I know they're talking about Japan, not here. Would have been really, really nice if that was over here, but unfortunately not here. We're going to go to the next thing that is very, very important. It says notice about second edition reprint specifications. So that's why I need to talk about this. So what you're going to notice here is, I'm going to just show you this right now. If you look at this booster box, you're going to not see this thing in the corner, which I will show you the thing in the corner. So here is the actual booster box. What you're going to see here is this print. You are going to see this on Y Schwartz Japanese boxes. I know this because I've seen one relatively lately, and this means second edition, okay? So if you compare, remember, just keep your eye here with this little stamp and that corner, and I'm going to flick back here. What you're going to see there is that picture does not have this in the corner, which means this is first edition. The one I just showed you was second edition printing of the box. So what is different about that second edition is this right here. So new about the reprint of the booster box, and I say this because when you go to buy, if you actually take the leap and you're going to go, I'm going to buy D4DJ Rebirth for You booster box volume number 1, it is very important for you to realize if you're opening a volume 1, or I guess first edition versus a second edition, okay? So here is the difference. What you're going to notice, and I'm going to zoom in on this one because it took me a little while to figure this one out. You could see here the original first edition printing has a 1 out of 10 serial number right there. So on this image anyway, so there was a max 10 that you could have got of that character. On the actual reprint version, there is a 20, so they upped the amount. What they did here was they also changed the color, so silver character on the reprint, gold character on the first edition. And why I'm really stressing this is because if you want the gold version, then you got to get a volume 1 box, if they're even still out there, right? Like, I mean that as in, more than likely, if we have this whole mapping dead boxes kind of thing as we have Y Schwartz, then more than likely they might be gone already. But you never know, you could get lucky. But the other part is just to know that, you know, there are changes. And I'm going to do like a whole reflection on Rebirth for you, but we've always had this question in Y Schwartz about what would happen if they reprint like the Sword Art Online version of those serial numbers. Well, would they remove the serial numbers or not? Rebirth for you, in the case of D4DJ anyways, and I stress this because even this situation with the reprint of serial numbers was different on another product. So in this scenario, what they did was they changed the color and they actually upped the serial number, which in a way it helps out because then you can see there's still a serial number chase, and then there's no confusion. Like if this both would have said 10, that might have been a little confusing, but having a different color and a different number of serial numbers is actually more differentiating in that way, I guess you could say. The plus side is if you wanted a serial number, you had a higher chance, which it says somewhere in here. Yeah, acquisition probability greatly increased. So 100% higher chance of getting it. I like how they put this up here. So that is the big thing to watch out for, I guess, when it comes to these. So here are your serial number version of cards. So you have like a stamp version, but then you have the serial number. And I'm just going to show you here. They look really nice. So here's your stamp. And look at this one. Oh, man. Got your signature, got your serial number. Really, really classy. Again, when I look at Rebirth for you when it comes to like Konosuba, when it comes to D4DJ or any other product, definitely they put a lot of effort, quality into this. So it's a little sad with the quality that they have in the game, like the cards, the pictures themselves, that it doesn't do as well as Weiss does, I would say. All right, so we're gonna open now, and I'm going to open this box. This is box number 2. I pre-cut the top of it at the very least because I don't want to struggle with that on camera very much. So here we go. I'm only opening one just because this is the second edition. I don't really have high hopes of it having any sort of serial number in it just because I am late to the party. I bought this at the same time, roughly the same time as right before the second volume came out. So it's been a couple of months, and I don't really expect that if there was a serial number that it would just be sitting there at the shop that I bought it. So here we go. I love these things again. So D4DJ, pretty cool. I do love this thing. I can't wait for the groovy mix boxes. I will not lie about that one. It is nice to see again, being that it's second edition, they write it up here. So whether they do that one day with Y Schwartz or not, I don't know. I just really find it weird how there's such a difference between Rebirth for You and Y Schwartz. I know totally different companies, but you would think they would steal or pass along the same sort of ideas from one company to the next, but it doesn't seem that way, and it maybe that's just really just to make them unique in that way, but just to have like the second edition on the pack definitely is nice. And I don't know, let's just take a look here. Outside of, those serial numbers, if there's any other way to tell if this is a second edition card, which I don't think there is. I don't see anything on here that says second edition written on this card anywhere, right? Let me just like line this sucker up. So do you see anything that resembles this on this card? And I would say no. So really just the serial numbers. So really the collector cards are the ones that get the differentiation on the second edition versus first edition. Okay? And we got our characters here. I know with my trial decks I talked about these lovely characters already. See, so man, I can't wait to see Groovy Mix because look at that. Just the difference between Chibi and that. And I'm glad to see, like I said before, I'm glad Rebirth for You is going in the direction of not having all these Chibi type characters and then more just having the full art, because the extreme difference. Like it's like night and day versus that. Not that I don't like them. I mean, I liked it on the Konosuba one. We got Ray. I liked it on Konosuba, but still. I'm gonna leave all these oily ones here. I'll put the other ones down there. So, do I get the serial number or not? That would just be crazy. I just really, in the end, all I want is a very nice Yuka card, and I will be happy. Yuka or Saki. That would be great. Photon Maiden's alright too. I'll take it. I think if I were ever to make a deck, I would just make it out of that group one. I didn't go over. This is like one of the first ones that you get from D4DJ Groovy Mix. The Shinobu. Look at her just gaming away. How many of you look like this when you play video games? Oops. I actually like that card. I just want to keep it off here. This actually just gonna take all. Too much sorting. I was gonna put all the chibi ones in a pile, and that one. This one seems alright to me, Muni. So like some cards look okay and some don't. So maybe I just gotta get it. Got Rika. How cool would that be to get that Rika? I really want Kyoko though. Out of all the SNPs, I really wish there would have been an SNP for every character. I think that would have been really cool, but that had been a lot of work. I get why you don't do it. But that would have added a whole lot of value. But you heard me when I said this is actually a second edition, which means a lot of this got sold, or more than they expected to actually get sold of this product, which is really. We got Asura. I don't know what that is. I am confused. And Tsubaki. So this is me after I did that video. This is a campaign point card, and you can see the web address down there. Rebirth4u.com/campaign and flip here. So as you can see, product campaigns. This is actually kind of cool. If you would have opened New Japan Pro Wrestling, you could have gotten an autograph with that. So it's in the barcode. What this really is just a point card. This is the same. Oh, I don't know if this is the same as Weiss, as in the look of the card. It shouldn't be because it seems like they're two different things. But in the end, this is a point card. You can redeem it for other things. So I got the silver version. So I did not hit the gold version, and you would just turn it in for stuff. Where's the thing with all the points? So they have here with rubber mats and sleeves and all this good stuff. So obviously I will not be using this at all. I'm not going to be turning it in. I don't have enough of this product, but it's nice to know. So this is a campaign point card thingamabobber. Okay. All right, so I guess before I put up this video, I better find out what that thing is. Which is for points, I don't care. Someone can just take it, but because I'm never gonna use it, obviously. But I'll have to find out. I know the Japanese version got so many nice things. You know, you got them point cards and all that. It'd be nice on the English side if we had some point card campaign stuff. But I mean, I guess it's not really necessary because people just will keep buying product no matter what. So not something that really needs to have in Kyoko. Oh, look at this one. So we got our triple rare. Nagisa. Triple rare. Our gold bordered lady here. Okay. Moving on. That's fancy. I never got one of those. I guess hopefully it's a point card or something. That one is. Look at Rika. That's a cool. Rika is cool. Definitely nice character design on her. We got Yuka here. She likes hamburgers. You didn't know Kyoko is a hamburger lover, which is really. I don't know why I find that interesting because she says it in the game a lot. So this is a rare plus foil. And Noichio there. Uh, I think I have this one, this lock on Kyoko in the game. Really cool. So the freaking gotcha in D4DJ Groovy Mix. It hurts me, especially when they have their birthdays. I can never pull their freaking birthday. I spent so many freaking diamonds trying to get the Yuka one, and I didn't get it. It's like sad. I was like a little bit away from the pity one too, and I'm like, I'm not spending anymore. I guess it's like you. There's at some point where I'm like, it's not even worth it at this point anymore. to do it. But I guess some people would say, well, you went this far, but you know what? I draw a line somewhere. We got Toa. Yeah, I'm definitely more interested in the fancy art ones or the full art ones. Yeah, so there is not a foil on every one of them. That's what I was missing. I was like thinking I missed one, but realistically, there's not in every one of them. So they're gonna make me wait to get this actual foil card, special foil card, anyways. And sorry, look at her. It is Kyoko. Oh man, I'm glad I like. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if it's not gonna be Yuka, then you know what? Kyoko. So that is pretty nice. Pretty nice. I like that. This Peaky P-key goes with here's my Shikishi. Those Peaky P-key hats, if you didn't see it on the Bushiroad Global Online Store, definitely sold out again. So if you didn't get it, unfortunately, I can't imagine they like restock it like a third time. But partner card. So unfortunately, I'm assuming that really means that I am not going to get um, a serial number. I would imagine that's what's going to happen here. That I should not get it. That would have been nice to get the serial number version. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, I had no expectations of it. But a Kyoko is really nice. Out of all of them that I could have gotten, I'll take a Kyoko. It's like almost a consolation, but take a Kyoko. Well, actually, there is no Yuka, so Kyoko would have been. Wait a. It was just the leader people, so who could have I gotten? Oh yeah, it's no, Kyoko would have been my first choice, and then Rika or Saki and Rika too. That would have been great. So great. Camera Yuka. So she likes taking she likes doing photography. Makes sense. She's holding a camera. Here is another triple rare. No, there's not much foiling here, but you'd see the gold along there. Pretty nice. And then we got our Shinobu Rare Plus. I know you could get two of them in a pack. I'm just gonna keep going. I honestly think I should stop and save a. Actually, yeah, I normally save a pack, so let's see what we got. Saki, Kaya, and this is a rare foil. Okay, let me just go. We're gonna flip back here, and let's just see booster pack. Yeah, a foil stamping, which we did. Partner card is confirmed, and one piece is randomly enclosed. I do not really know what that means. I do not really know what that means. So we are going to go back here. Let's just take a look at our cards. I always like leaving a pack so that I can keep. So the rare. We got a triple rare. We got a foil stamp and triple rare. And we got that weird campaign thing. So I think that's as good as we're gonna get here. So we got our Peaky P-key. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna open it. What am I gonna do with this pack? It's just I haven't opened enough of these that it's going to really matter. I have the booster box. Fuck it. Yeah, I said it. Let's see what we got here. Rika Baki. Issues. And oh, I could have left it closed because it's a double rare. Oh, but we got a Saki, so you know what? Whatever. Happy with it. Yeah, so realistically, I probably should have just left that closed, but you know what? I wanted to know. I had to know, so that's all the foils you get out of it. Anyways, that is everything. These things are really expensive. I didn't really expect much. Again, if you actually are hunting for these serial numbers, just be careful which one. If you want the gold one, you got to get a first edition. If you are wanting any, go for a second edition. I think with how many is really left out there, more than likely you're not going to find a serial card number out there. So maybe you just buy it if you have the money for it. If you really love D4DJ, or just go for Groovy Mix. I know there's still a bunch of it out there that is out for the volume 2, and we will check that out next.